Hello everyone, this is Farzana for Farzana Slow, and thank you so much for joining me today in this brand new vlog where I'll be sharing with you all the key insights, reflections of the week as a trainee solicitor based in London. So if you're interested in this kind of content, do make sure to check out all of my videos and on my previous vlogs as well, just because I like to make these kind of vlogs on every single weekly basis, as I like to make sure that I am improving my career as personally and professionally as well, because I like to believe that whatever I learn in a career wise, it also applies really well on my personal life and vice versa. So I believe that making this kind of content is always good for my personal reflection and also for aspiring trainee solicitors in London or anywhere for that matter that you might be living in the UK. So this week has been very good, and my week started off on a really positive note because I got to spend time with my best friend, which is always something that you should be doing. And the premise of this week's vlog and the key lesson that I would say is the fact that spend time with yourself and with your loved ones as much as possible. Because I believe that if you can create a good balance between your work life and your personal life as well, and making time for everything and everyone is actually the best life that you can have. So I highly recommend for you to make sure that if you have any friends or if you have any family members, whatever that might be, just make sure that every weekend when you get a time and opportunity to actually stay relaxed and stay at home, basically, it's really important that you're spending time with your family, friends, or your relatives, whoever that might be. Some of us are really close to our cousins, some of us are really close to our parents, siblings, etc. So I believe that if you can take a time off, just not think about any kind of work, legal work for that matter, I think is the best way to recharge yourself over the weekend. Because if you're going to be stressed about work even during your weekends, that means that you're basically thinking about work 24/7, which is obviously not really healthy, if I'm being honest with you. And if you want to do this career in a long term, let's say 20, 30, 50 years, or whatever that might be, how many years you want to do this for, then obviously making sure that you're having a good balanced life when it comes to work and personal life is really important. So in the weekend, I highly recommend for anyone to actually go and try a new dessert or a new restaurant that has opened just around the corner, or actually spend time and talk to someone for hours and hours about your life and what your plans are and etc. I think that actually also helps you reflect what kind of a person you're becoming, but at the same time you're getting to connect with the other person as well. And this is something that also I see the people in the office, in my office as well, everyone has a really good balanced life. Obviously some of them actually have a very busy schedule, and hence they do not have the time to make everything, but I do not have the time to actually make up for everything. But at the same time, I feel like that most of them genuinely, they always say to me the fact that the weekend should be a really good time for you to actually recharge and think about what have you done the whole entire week and how you can improve yourself and recharge yourself. And this is exactly something that I used to do even when I was at university myself. I never used to let my weekends to be a quote-unquote study days, because I wanted to make sure that Monday to Friday was all about studying, and then in the weekend I'll be going on and doing a part-time job, for example a retail job, and just completely forget about work. Because when you come on Monday morning, you will feel much more motivated to do the work, and you will feel like that, you know what, I had a 2-day break, now it's time for me to go back to work and do some studying and do some past papers or whatever that might be. So this lesson is actually very revolutionary for students who are currently going through exams, and as December is approaching, or right now is December actually, and it's very important for you to do that. Another thing that I've also done this week, which has been really good, and I must say it was a bit difficult, was the fact that I was fasting in most days. And if you are Muslim, you probably know that this is the best time for you to actually make up for the missed fast during the month of Ramadan that has gone by in this particular year. So in 2024, if you had missed, let's say 5 to 6, 7, or even 8 fasts for that matter in that particular month, then this is the best time for you to make sure that you're making up for those fasts actually during the month of November and December, because the days are shorter, which means that you get to break your fast much more earlier as well. And I highly recommend for anyone to do that. Obviously it's very difficult, I'm not gonna lie, but because you have to wake up at 5, and then you have to eat your food, and then go back to pray, and then go back to sleep, and then you need to wake up again to go to the office or work or school, college, whatever that might be. But let me tell you, when you get it done, it's actually the best feeling in the world, and I must say that myself. And I completely agree with that. And I've done so far, I don't know how many, but I think I have a list of how many fasts I've done so far, and it was really good. And as you can see in this particular clip, for example, I woke up at, let's say 5:30 a.m. and I started having my whatever I used to have basically during my lunchtime, like 1 to 2 p.m. I would basically have that in the morning, early morning, 5:30 a.m. And I think that's actually helping me. And this is me breaking my fast with a burger at 4, 7, 4:07. But this particular day, I also had, and the reason why I actually make this vlog is because I want to practice what I preach, and that's exactly what's going to happen in the upcoming clips. You will see that how much I had fun in my office party that I had basically this week, and it was absolutely nice. Everybody got to dress up, wore makeup, and everybody got to have a really, really good time. And I'm going to be sharing with you all in very, very soon the clips of how much we had fun. We actually went to this Turkish restaurant, which is based in Westfield, and it was completely planned by our bosses. We have 5 directors, so all of them actually planned this, and it was absolutely amazing. And unfortunately I regretted the fact that I did not film last year's party, but this year I got to film the whole entire thing, and I was so happy and so grateful, alhamdulillah. And as you'll be able to see, the food was amazing, the vibe was amazing, and besides, I really, really love Turkish food anyway. It was a Turkish restaurant, and it was absolutely nice. It was fully decorated, like the plates were huge. Of course, the ones that couldn't, due to personal reasons, they didn't attend, but it was absolutely amazing. This passionate drink was absolutely good, and I completely enjoyed that. I wanted to keep some space for the food, and that's basically everything. That's actually the same thing that my colleagues did as well, so that was actually very funny. And this is absolutely the beautiful platter that we had. This was the starters platter, which was filled with salads, with mezze. I think they're called the cold mezzes platter. And then we had the main meal, which was also absolutely devouring and beautiful, as well as the dessert, which was very tangy and sour and sweet. And this is the name of the restaurant as well, which was absolutely amazing. We finished pretty late, and I got to go home very late as well, but I had someone with me, which was absolutely amazing. And this is what I got for like the gift that we basically do. And yeah, so everybody gave each other gifts, and it was absolutely amazing, and I really, really loved it. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please do like, share and subscribe. And if you want to see more kind of videos like this, then do comment down below. And if you want to reach out to me privately, that will be farzanaslow@gmail.com by email. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one.